Good evening, racing fans. Welcome back to the channel, proudly sponsored by betting.co.uk. Okay, so we've got two pretty decent meetings tomorrow coming from Haydock and Ludlow, and providing that they do go ahead, we should be in for a pretty decent day's worth of action. Now, in this episode, I just thought I'd jump on and bring you two selections, both coming from Haydock tomorrow, but two that I think are going to have really good chances. And I think both are probably going to shorten up in the market sometime tomorrow as well. So I just thought I'd jump on and bring you a quick run through of the two selections for tomorrow. If you'd like to come over and join my group chat as well, I do have a further two selections, and there's a link in the description below if you are interested. Okay, so we're going to start off with my first selection. It comes in the 110 at Haydock. We've got a 2 mile introductory hurdle here where Lump Sum is the favourite for Sam Thomas and Sam Twiston Davis. Started his career quite nicely. He's a son of Authorised, and he did quite well to win his maiden hurdle at Fosslas in quite stylish fashion, to be honest, as well. He was only 2 to 5 to win that day, but he couldn't do more than what he did, and he clearly has some sort of level of ability. But the one I fancy here is Personal Ambition for the Ben Paulin team, who are having a fine season again this year. They've got some really nice horses to go forward with. And this horse actually beat Jinko Blue on debut when they met at Warwick. And of course, Jinko Blue went on to win for Nicky Henderson this weekend at Newbury, getting up in that head bobbing finish to nail Masaccio on the line. So there's a really good line of form already for Personal Ambition. I think he's going to take another big step forward, and he is the one that I just think could be a class ahead at this point in time. The slight worry about his chances here is that he is a 4-year-old where Lump Sum is a 5-year-old, so he does have that 1 year physicality over Personal Ambition. But again, I think they've been waiting for the right time to unleash this one. He's a very, very nice horse, Personal Ambition, and I think he can go on again to win on his second start over hurdles here as well. He did actually, just a bit maybe noteworthy, that he went over 2 mile 3 on his hurdles debut. He does actually drop back to 2 miles this time on the heavy ground, but it shouldn't be a problem. And I think he's actually going to act a little bit better than Lump Sum will on this ground as well. So the first selection is Personal Ambition in the 110 at Haydock, and you can currently get 3 to 1 about his chances. But I've got a feeling if the money comes tomorrow, he could actually be going off, or at least fighting for favouritism with Lump Sum. My second selection for this episode alone comes in the 330. We've got a Veterans Handicap Chase over 3 miles, 1.5 furlongs on heavy ground. And the veteran races are races that I actually do tend to do quite well in. So again, I'm quite hopeful that I've got a decent selection for us in tomorrow's race. We have Good Boy Bobby as your favourite. Of course, he not too long ago got up and beat I Right when he flagged at the finishing line. And that offers some pretty strong credentials and some pretty decent substance to that form there as well. Sam Brown could go well if he bounced back to form, but he seems to just have letters in his form at the moment. So I think you probably just want to sidestep him this time. I would sidestep him a little bit cautiously. He's got Johnny Burke on board this time as well, who could obviously give him a pretty decent spin. And the main danger here, though, I think is going to be Nesta Park. Again, a horse for the Ben Paulin team. He's been quite unlucky not to win one of these stay-in chases so far. He finishes second and third quite often. He's by walk in the park, though. He just doesn't really seem to have too many gears. So I think if they change tactics this time with Nesta Park, he could actually go pretty close once again. But the horse I'm going to side with here is going to be the Galloping Bear for Ben Clark and Brian Hughes. I think he's got a really good chance this time out, and I actually think he's on a pretty decent mark as well. He's quite lightly raced for the type of horse that he is. He comes into this race pretty fresh, and he looks like he's going to go even better the further that he goes in trips. So he starts off here 3 mile, 1.5. He's probably going to do better as the season goes on. But again, he's just really lightly raced and probably off quite a handy mark. He's probably going to have a bigger target in mind further down the season. He could even be a Grand National horse again for this season coming, but I do honestly think he's got a really solid chance of winning first time out tomorrow at a price of 5 to 1. I thought he was going to be shorter. I imagine he's going to go off a little bit shorter again. So 5 to 1 for the Galloping Bear in the 330 Veterans Chase is bet number 2. So that's Personal Ambition in the 110 and then the Galloping Bear in the 330 at Haydock as well. So 2 selections there for you. I've got another 2 in my group chat if you'd like to come over and join us there. Very profitable at the moment in the golf, horse racing and of USC as well. And I'll pop a link in the description if you'd like to come over and join the 350 members that we've got in there so far. Thanks everyone for tuning in. If you're able to click subscribe to this video, I would really appreciate that. And hopefully that'll give us a little bit of good luck for tomorrow's selections as well. But I'll see you all real soon. Thanks for tuning in.